Hey, was there some stranger's kid in our yard crying or something?
Yeah, there was. I was really surprised. I called the police and they came to pick up the poor little guy though.
You did what? You should have taken him in and taken care of him. What's the matter with you?
What do you mean by that?
I mean that a useless woman like you who can't even have a kid should just have adopted that little guy. Maybe it was a present from someone. You never know.
What are you even talking about? He looked like he was just 4 years old and he was crying out for his mom.
But still, how could you call the cops on a kid like that? He probably feels like he's been tossed out by you now. Maybe he'll hold a lifelong grudge.
Maybe I could have handled it a different way, but I just couldn't think of anything else to do.
Well, you should have taken that kid in and not told anyone at all.
Are you being serious right now? Don't you know that that would be a crime? His real parents are probably out looking for him right now.
But this was your chance to finally learn how to raise a kid.
Are you telling me that you want to adopt a kid with me, Trey? You're finally ready to give up on having me seek fertility treatment?
Well, I just think that at this point, it's kind of a waste of money, isn't it?
Well, the doctor said that we just have to stick to it and stay strong, right?
But I just didn't think it would be this expensive. We've sunk so much money into this.
I think if we just stick with it and wait a little longer, that you might finally hear some good news from this.
Well, I'm tired of waiting for results already. Besides, what's the point of making babies if we have to do it with test tubes and syringes? There is nothing sexy about that.
Please don't be like this. How can you say that?
Well, why shouldn't I? It's all your fault anyway, so I think that we should just give up on it now. But I'm getting bored and impatient.
But I don't want to give up yet. I think we're really close.
I wonder if that kid has come back.
I seriously doubt that the cops have just let him go. And even if they did, I doubt he'd come back to our place. Even if he did, it's still someone else's kid. It wouldn't be a kid that I would take in and raise.
Yeah, you're probably right. I guess you'll just have to have a kid all by yourself.
What are you talking about? Baby making isn't something that you can do with just one person.
Well, I'm sick and tired of waiting, and I think I'm out.
You mean you're done even trying to have kids?
That's right, I'm done. What's the point of even trying anymore? We should just quit.
Is that really how you feel?
My break's about to end, so I guess I should just get back to work. Talk to you later.
Right. Sure. Well, good luck with work, honey. My name is Miranda, and I'm a 32-year-old housewife. I've been married for 6 years now, but unfortunately, we have yet to be blessed with a child. There are a lot of children in our neighborhood, and I can hear them running around, laughing and crying. Living here gives me mixed feelings of anxiety and hopefulness, and I don't know what to do. At first, my husband was really supportive of me and my struggle, but lately he's been putting me down and mocking me for not being able to have any kids. It goes without saying that that hasn't been very good for my mental health at all. Today, a lost child wandered into my yard. He was a little boy who told me that his name was Leo. I played with Leo until the police arrived to pick him up. The whole time I was with Leo, I could only think about how badly I wanted a child of my own. I decided to try and talk to my husband about trying for a kid again, but he put me down and said he was done trying. Hey, are you the one who called the cops and had them come and pick up my child? I'm sorry to ask, but may I please know who I'm speaking to? This is Vicky. I'm Leo's mom. Oh, really? Well, it's nice to meet you. How is Leo? Is he okay? He is not okay at all, thanks to you. He has suffered some serious mental shock. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? He told me that something really bad happened to him at your house. The poor kid is just shocked. Wait just a second there. I didn't do anything to him at all. What is all this about? I don't even know who you are and have never even seen Leo before. How did you even get this number? I asked an old lady at the last neighborhood association meeting. She's a big fat woman who appears to know everyone living here. That would probably be Janine Fryer if I had to guess, but I'm not sure she'd appreciate that description. That's right, Janine. That's the fat lady I was talking about. Don't you think that's kind of a rude way to talk about someone? Oh, please, as if I'm going to be lectured by the person who did something to my son. And why did you call the police on him? I told you I didn't do anything to him. He just wandered into my lawn, but nothing else happened between us. I know he was there. I was the one who left him there. I told him that he had a new mommy waiting inside your house and that he was going to be living with you from now on. I'm sorry, but I seriously have no idea what you're talking about right now. Are you being serious? And yet you just had to go and call the cops who took the little brat all the way back to me. I just told them that he'd wandered off, but still. But why would you leave your own son at my house and run off? I don't get it. I gave him to you. He was a gift. Wait, no, what? I still just don't understand at all. You can't just do that to a little kid like that. Well, I thought that you'd be happy. I mean, everyone around here knows all about how you're barren. Well, I have been undergoing a lot of treatment and trying to get pregnant. But you haven't been able to, have you? That's why you should have been happy to take Leo. But you can't just say that. It isn't as simple as that. Okay, well then what would you propose then? I think you ought to be showing me a little more gratitude for how thoughtful I was being towards you. There's no way you can be serious right now. In fact, I want $100,000 for my kindness. So now you're trying to sell me your own child. Oh, come on, don't use that word. You're just paying me back for a kindness. We're just scratching each other's back here is all. Can't you see that? But don't you see that you're putting a price tag on your own child right now? That's just horrible. It's not a price tag. I'm giving you a present and you're giving me a present, and that is that. I really can't see the difference between the two, I'm afraid. Are you stupid or something? I know that your uterus is like a shriveled little raisin and that's why you can't have any kids, correct? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to buy your kid, and talking like that is certainly not going to make me more willing. Fine then. If you won't pay me, then I guess I'll just have to find another way to get the money out of you, won't I? And just what is that supposed to mean? What are you going to do? Oh, please, as if I'm going to tell you that. But the point is that you have a duty to raise Leo now. He's your son. But why? You're not making any sense. It doesn't need to make sense to you. All you need to know is that he's yours now. And you better get that through your thick skull. But I still have so many questions that I want to ask. Look, you're going to be getting a letter in the mail soon. When you do, call me and I'll bring Leo over, okay? What kind of letter? What are you talking about? You'll know it when you see it. Just be on the lookout for it. Wait, no, I still don't understand. I need more details. Oh my God, you're so annoying. Just shut up and wait for the mail to come, okay?
What do you want to talk about? I'm really busy right now.
I'm really sorry to be bothering you on your break. I just wanted to talk about that kid who showed up in our yard. I actually got a text from the kid's mother.
You did? What about?
Well, she wanted me to take him and raise him.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Well, that's good news, isn't it? Now we don't have to worry about having a kid of our own anymore.
But it isn't that simple. You know that it isn't.
Yeah, but this is great news.
And I just got some documents in the mail from that lady too.
Documents? What kind of documents are you talking about?
Well, they're the results of a DNA test done on the kid.
What are you talking about? Why would she send something like that?
At first, I thought that this lady must have been joking about me taking in this Leo kid. But you know what? I think that maybe I can actually do it now.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you just get to the point?
Well, the results of the test said that he was your son.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that Leo is your love child from an affair you had on me 4 years ago.
Well, did you find out who the kid's mom is? What's her name?
Wow, so there have actually been so many women that you can't even guess who the real mother might be? How many women have you cheated on me with?
No, come on, that isn't what I meant. Don't twist my words like that.
Well, it was a woman named Vicky. Do you know who she is?
Vicky? I think she's a woman from Memphis.
Well, you did have a business trip up there about 4 or 5 years ago, didn't you? I guess you must have not worn a condom while you were cheating.
Well, they kept breaking, so I just gave up and thought I was being safe.
Well, now you have a 4-year-old son. Not only that, but you've made this poor woman raise him all by herself these past years. She told me that she tried to contact you, but you had changed your number.
Well, what is the matter with her? Why did she even go through with having the kid?
What do you mean, why? Giving up a child is not an easy choice to make. Some women will choose to bring the baby to term even if the father is a cheating dirtbag like you.
I can't believe this. Is she crazy or something?
She's been looking for you ever since then, all while raising this kid for 4 years by herself. And now that she's found you, she's making you take responsibility.
Oh, this can't be happening. What the heck is this?
I guess that she'd saved some of your hair from when the two of you saw each other, thinking that you would pull something like this. That is how she was able to complete the test.
She took some of my hair? That is probably the most crazy thing you've told me so far.
But you know, 5 years ago, we didn't know about my fertility troubles. We were only married for a year before you cheated on me and had a kid with some other woman. How could you betray me like this?
No, please, Miranda, you've got it all wrong. This is all just a big mistake. I never meant for this to happen. You have to understand me.
Oh, please, do you really think that matters now? Leo was born. He exists. You can't just abandon a kid like that. You are a terrible human being, you know that?
Well, since Vicky has gone to the trouble of coming down here, the least you could do is adopt a kid and raise him, right?
Excuse me? Are you serious right now?
I mean, if you think about it, it's really perfect, right? You were talking about how cute you thought the little guy was, remember?
I can't believe you right now. How could you just suggest something to me like that as if it's nothing?
But he's my kid after all. Of course I want you to raise him. You'll learn to love him and everything will be fine.
You cheated on me. Don't think that I'm just gonna forgive you for that, Trey.
But this all happened 5 years ago. Affairs only have a statute of limitations for 3 years. You can't be mad at me for it now.
What the hell? How can you even talk about something like this in that way? I'm seriously hurt by this, you know?
You're right. I'm sorry. I never should have cheated on you.
Of course you shouldn't have. I want a divorce.
Wait, what? You can't be serious about that, right?
Oh, I am. You cheated on me and had a child who you don't even seem to really care about at all.
But I didn't even know the kid existed until a little while ago.
You don't care about anything. Not about my infertility and not about your own son. You're just treating this all as if it's some sort of game, but this is life.
Well, then what is gonna happen to Leo then, huh? You can't expect me to take care of that kid on my own without you. You know that wouldn't go well for anyone.
Well, Vicky told me that she just can't take raising him on her own anymore. In fact, she's been under so much stress that she even checked herself into a mental health hospital. She's worried that she doesn't have it in her to take care of her own son anymore. Your recklessness has caused all kinds of pain for everyone.
Well, then I guess that just means that we'll have to stick together and raise him then, right?
No, I am going to raise him myself.
Wait, what? You can't be serious about that, right?
That's right. I'm going to adopt him as my own son and take care of him. Then I'm going to divorce you and make sure that I get custody.
Oh, you're just as crazy as she is. You think you'll be able to get custody of my son without me?
So then you're telling me that you're going to take care of him. You're going to make sure that he has everything he needs at all times of the day. You'll change his clothes and drive him to school. You'll cook him 3 meals a day and make sure that he gets driven to all his clubs and play dates and that he goes to bed on time. Do you really think that you can handle all of that?
Is that what raising a kid is supposed to be like? That is so much stuff.
Of course it's a lot of stuff. You're raising a human child.
I could never do something like that. I don't even make enough money to take care of myself. You know that. But I know that you don't either.
Well, that is going to change when I take everything you have in the divorce court.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean that you're going to pay for your affair and for having a child behind my back. I'm going to make sure of it. You'll have to pay me $30,000. Do you hear me?
That much money? Have you gone crazy?
I really think it would be in your best interest to do what I say.
And just why should I, huh?
Because Vicky is holding you hostage right now and you don't even realize it.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that in order to make sure that you didn't get her pregnant and run off all those years ago, she hacked into your phone and laptop and saved some very important data.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What did she do to my stuff?
All I know is that she told me that now that she's finally found you, your life is over. Just what were you hiding?
I don't know. Just tell me what Vicky told you. I need to know.
I think you know. And if you want it back, she wants $100,000 from you.
I can't afford that.
Oh, really? I think that is a rather cheap price to pay for something that's going to totally end your life.
But if I pay her $100,000 and you $30,000, then I'll be bankrupt.
Isn't that better than having your life completely fall apart?
Oh, this can't be happening to me. I just don't believe it.
Well, Vicky's not going to forget you and neither am I. I think you're a pathetic little worm for running out on your own son. I'll make sure that you pay me alimony and child support for Leo as well.
My life is over either way. Oh, this is horrible.
Vicky told me that that was the price she came up with to take back control of her life from what you did to her.
But I'll have nothing. I don't even have that much money right now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll also be starting my life all over.
But you'll be doing it with my money. That isn't fair to me at all.
Well, you should have thought about this before you cheated on me. You can't escape it now, so just take responsibility.
Oh no, I don't feel good. My head is spinning.
I am going to make sure that all the money you ever make goes into paying the both of us back for what you've done to us. And you're going to be supporting Leo until he's 18 without ever knowing him.
Please, you can't do this to me.
You can count on hearing from my lawyer soon. Anyways, I have to get ready to pick up Leo soon.
But that means we'll be living together for a little while longer, right?
Of course we won't. You are getting out of the house.
But can't we just stay together, please?
No, we can't stay together.
Okay, I get it. That's fine.
A few days later, Vicky brought Leo back to my place and I took him in. I could tell that it crushed her to be giving up her own child, but it was clear that her mind was made up and that she'd thought about this a lot. Leo was sad to watch his mom go. Even if he didn't show it on his face, I could tell that he was crushed. He didn't even cry, but it was clear this child was going to need a lot of help. As for the data that Vicky stole from Trey, it was proof that he was embezzling from his company. However, his company found out anyways and he was promptly arrested. Unfortunately, it meant that Vicky never saw the money she wanted from Trey. Instead, she threatened to take back Leo if I didn't pay. She threw stones at my house and was promptly arrested for it. It is unfortunate that the two of them ended up in jail, But what else could one expect from such irresponsible people? Leo stared at the food I made him strangely at first, and it was then that he told me he'd never eaten anything but Pop-Tarts and cheap candy. I continue to do my best with him every day, expanding his palate and making sure he eats healthy. I take him out to the zoo and various parks, and bit by bit, I can tell that I'm gaining his trust as I learn myself how to become a mother. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.